The acquired immune system also has its own type of white blood cells, not phagocytes, which go after everything that was a little bit sketchy, but lymphocytes, which go after specific things that they already know about. There are two major types of lymphocytes: the T cells, which form in your bone marrow and then migrate and mature in the thymus gland right behind your breastbone, and the B cells, which originate and mature in the bone marrow. What T and B actually stand for is a long story, but if it helps you to remember, T's mature in the thymus, B's in the bone marrow.
X-linked SCID, or bubble boy disease, is the most common form of SCID, affecting 1 in every 50,000 to 100,000 newborns, and is found almost exclusively in males. It is a sex-linked inherited disorder that causes the patient to have recurrent and persistent infections that people with normal immune systems wouldn't even notice, but can be catastrophic to a person with SCID. Infants with X-linked SCIDs experience skin rashes, diarrhea, and delayed growth and development. The mutation of the IL-2RG gene is responsible for X-linked SCID. IL-2RG has instructions for a protein that is important for normal immune systems to function. This protein produces immune system cells called lymphocytes. ADA SCID is similar to X-linked SCID, but is not sex-linked. It is inherited, but both boys and girls can be affected because it is an autosomal recessive trait, meaning that both parents need to have the gene in order for the offspring to get the disorder. Adenosine deaminase is a disorder that is inherited and damages the immune system. It affects an enzyme called adenosine deaminase. These enzymes are commonly found in T cells or white blood cells and are directly responsible for creating antibodies. Adenosine deaminase breaks down old DNA that can be harmful for lymphocytes. Without the function of this enzyme, this old DNA builds up and begins affecting lymphocytes.
Bone marrow contains stem cells. The cells normally produce red blood cells, but they can be reprogrammed using gene therapy. It's a little risky, but it could work. Taking bone marrow from these kids, doctors were able to infect the cells with a retrovirus and replace the stem cell's mutated gene with a repaired gene. Then they re-injected that back into the patient, and the fixed cells multiplied, and as of the time we filmed this, the patients are all in good condition and are heading to kindergarten at the time that others with that disease can't even speak. There may be future side effects, but they seem pretty happy with the result at the moment. I mean, I would be. Science just helped some kids! Woo!
So basically they take the cells from the bone marrow and inject them with the corrected form of ADA or the IL-2RG gene, then re-inject them back into the patient's spine as the stem cells begin reproducing containing this newly corrected gene. Nina is cured, healthy, and well. 3 other children that received the same treatment are in full recovery. Thanks to advances in this type of medical technology, Nina and children with genetic disorders alike can look forward to experience a normal childhood. Other measures that are being taken to help all families be aware of SCID is required state newborn screenings.